So I'm here with Jackie Sample today, who has been on the HMO Daddy mentorship for a little while now. What we're going to do is just find out how Jackie has benefited from the mentorship and discover a little bit more about how she's found working with HMO Daddy, to give you guys an idea of what to expect if you're considering joining our mentorship. So Jackie, hi, thank you for being here.
Hi, Sarah.
Just a few questions for you, Jackie. The first one, how long have you actually been working with HMO Daddy?
I started my 400 hours menteeship last year gone September, and I finished the 400 hours now, but I've kept in contact and had an absolutely brilliant time doing the menteeship. I did a lot of training in with the 400 hours, and because I live at quite a distance away, I was doing week blocks, so I did 10-week blocks, which was great.
Fantastic. And what were you doing before you started as a mentee?
I do have property. I used to be a Crown prosecutor, but I left work a couple of years ago. I wanted to expand my property portfolio because I have 9 single lets, and if I'd taken some training before I started getting single lets, I wouldn't have got some lemons that I have got, I must admit. So I wanted to go down the HMO route and thought I'd get some training first, and it has proved really good fun and invaluable. It's been really good.
Fantastic. So you really joined it to learn a bit more about how you could make the most out of what you've got, but also develop your portfolio into the HMO world as opposed to the single lets.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, mine are what you term let and forget, but I'm now waiting for some of my tenants to move out so I can convert them to HMOs. I wouldn't put anybody out, and Jim Halliburton always says it's not fair, it's somebody's home, but I'm just itching for some of my tenants to move so I can convert. I think I've been too kind to them at the moment because nobody's shifted since I've done the HMO course, but eventually, I've got all the ideas in place to throw up a couple of stud walls and add things that you need to add, like the thumb turn locks, and I know what I'm going to do. It's just a matter of when I'm going to be able to do it.
Well, it's fantastic that you've been able to take away from the menteeship those actionable items. I guess it's frustrating for you at the minute. The timing's not right, but I'm sure you'll get there, Jackie.
Yes, I'm sure.
So,
yeah.
As a mentee, when you came and spent your time with us up here in Darlaston, how did you tend to spend your time from day to day? You said you were in week blocks, so how did you break the time up?
Yes. I covered absolutely everything from moving a team of contractors into a big HMO with 14 rooms, did all the paperwork on that. I did quite a lot on commercial to residential conversions. And just so every aspect of the business really went with Jim Halliburton quite a lot on things like council inspections, fire inspections, did the range of absolutely everything. It's really good. Great variety. You never know from one day to the next what's going to happen, but I mean, if you cover everything, when I'm in the situation of doing my own and I haven't got any hand holding any longer, then I suppose I'm prepared for everything.
Fantastic. So my next question was actually going to be how you think you've personally benefited from the mentorship, but I think you've just answered that. Is you feel much more prepared now to go forward and take some action and get things moving. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. And I am looking for a bigger project as well, hopefully doing a JV with Jim on commercial to residential, because there is big bucks in it.
Absolutely. And I guess
phrases like big bucks, should I? But Jim's very straight talking, very down to earth for all the number of properties he has. Very approachable. He never makes you feel like you've asked a silly question. I mean, if you want to know the answer to something, he's willing to share all his knowledge with you. So
fantastic. So you mentioned commercial to residential there. I assume you must have come on the commercial to residential course as part of your time up here. Yeah. How did you find it?
Very good indeed. Yeah. Jim and I were halfway along the route of doing a big project. Fortunately, it didn't cost us any money, but unfortunately, it sort of fell at the final hurdle. When we looked into the planning situation, it was actually termed to be an educational establishment rather than an office, which we originally thought it was. So that fell through. So we're on the lookout for something different at the moment. But yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So what are your plans for 2016? So now you've done your mentorship and you're starting to really focus and take some action. What are your plans for next year? What are your goals?
Well, I want to get 3 or 4 HMOs up and running. Well, it would be good to start with one, really. I'll start breathing heavily down my tenants' necks to try and get them to move out. Just carry on looking for the right project and converting some of my properties as well.
Okay, and what can we do for you moving forward to help you achieve that, do you think?
I'm thinking about coming on your new mentee programme as far as the monthly meetings and things like that.
Okay.
Jim will then try and keep me on my toes a bit more, because it's very easy to learn things and then not put them into practice. And I must admit, I'm one of the world's worst for doing that. But I'm keeping up contact with HMO Daddy, and I hope I'm invited to the Christmas party.
I'll have to speak to him about that, Jackie. But I think what you mentioned there about the monthly days, the mastery that you're talking about there, people are finding that really valuable, because we hold you accountable for your actions. And I guess if someone's there kind of hitting you with the stick to make sure you get things moving, that sounds like it would work for you.
I think we all need a bit of that, but I need quite a lot of the big stick as well as the carrot. I fall a little bit into the comfort trap, but the great thing about HMOs is the return that you get. So, rather than 9 single lets, if I'd known before I started investing in property, I could have just had one mega HMO that would have brought in, more revenue and very, very little more hassle, really, if things are run right.
Okay. So what would your advice be now to people that are considering either the mastery or the mentorship with HMO Daddy?
Oh, just do it, definitely. I had such a brilliant time and learned so much. It's been invaluable. So I would say get on and do it. Sign up. You'll have the time of your life.
Fantastic.
And you'll learn so much as well.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Is there any other comments you want to make, or anything else you'd like to add?
I just want to say thank you to the team, and I do miss not being down there. I mean, I had a very short visit down there last week because I wanted to discuss something with Jim, and met you at the time, and it was lovely. The team are all just so supportive and brilliant. It's great. It's
lovely to have you up here. You're a very fun addition to the office, so we appreciate your company too.
I was a very hungover addition to the office on the Thursday, wasn't I? But, I fell off the wagon. No damage done.
Indeed. Well, Jackie, thank you very much for your time. It's really good to hear about what you've been doing and what your plans are. Looking forward to doing another call with you maybe in 12 months' time and hearing all about your HMO success.
Yeah, you'll have to bully me into doing one in 6 months' time, and that'll
okay.
Get me on to do things quicker.
I'll hold you to that, Jackie.
Definitely. Nice to speak to you again, Sarah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.